Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to try a little bit of a different series instead of just a review. And this is going to be the series of things Facebook sold me. That's what this is going to be. I've noticed as I've been scrolling Facebook, which I don't do too often, usually it's just to keep in touch with family members who are only on Facebook and like use Messenger. They've been giving me a lot of food related ads, so I've been looking through them and trying to find the best deals to just try on the channel. I'm only picking up things that are actually like good deals or fairly solid deals. This one was a good deal a couple weeks ago. I found this on Facebook. They advertised to me. They said, hey, Universal Yums, your first box, $1. Shipping was free. I paid literally $1 for this. I believe that they stopped doing that deal because too many people were taking advantage of it, but maybe they'll do it again. Either way, we're going to try out Universal Yums because Facebook said, hey, you might be interested in it, so I am. What I have here is the France box. The box, I wish it said Universal Yums on the front just so it would be a good thumbnail, but it doesn't. So here we are, Universal Yums. When you open it up, it is a nice package in there. We're going to do a little unboxing in a second. I just wanted to show you this and introduce you to the concept because hopefully there'll be a few more videos about what Facebook wants to advertise to me in the food category specifically. I'm not going to buy other stuff, just food. All right, here's our box open. Please ignore any crumbs you might see on my table. I'm not very clean. So I bought the France box. When you sign up, this is important. They let you pick from the last, I believe, 4 or 6 month boxes. So this was a box from a couple months ago. The France box, they let you pick. They still have the France box available, I believe, if you're watching this in March. So we're gonna go visit France, and they got this nice little cardboard cutout. And it looks like you get a little scoreboard. Oh, this is nice. So if you want to share this or share your rankings over here, this would probably be good for the review, but I'm not going to do that, of course. And then we have the little booklet, which is always one of my favorite things in these kind of boxes, the little booklet. And this one has pretty good information. France in 60 seconds, some trivia answers, and then we get into the stuff. Here we go. Start here. French strawberry chews. Intriguing ingredients. Pure butter sables, which are cookies or crackers? Cookies. French cheese cubes. Garlic aioli potato chips, which is one of the reasons I picked this box because that looked really good. Salted butter caramels or caramels, whatever way you want to go. Cocoa dusted chocolate truffle bar. Assorted French fruit chews. Apricot and vanilla macaron cookies. That sounds like a really good one to me also. And then these were also very interesting to me. Onion confit and balsamic vinegar potato chips. Very interesting. And then finally we have 47% dark chocolate with sea salt, which seems like, I thought dark chocolate had to be over 50% to be dark chocolate, but you know what? I guess I'm wrong. They're from France. Maybe they know better than me. And here's just some more fun stuff to do. This is kind of cool. They're giving you a lot of like little interesting activities and stuff with your booklets. And if you want more, there you go, universalyums.com/shop. And then you also get a nice sticker. What's not to loove about French Yums? This is good. I'm going to put it on my door. I have a bunch of stickers on my door because I'm a child. So let's look at everything. Here's the onion confit chips and balsamic vinegar. Corn snacks, cheesy. These are the cheesy tube flavored. Here we have the garlic aioli chips. All the chips look really good to me. Here we have the apricot and vanilla macaroons. These really look good. It's the fruit chews and stuff I'm not too interested in necessarily, like these strawberry bonbons, but maybe they'll be good. I'm not going to try everything though. I'm just going to try some things. Truffle bar. Here we have 4 truffles. Seems fine, didn't melt or anything. That's one of the big issues. So in summer, which is coming up soon, things might melt. Here's our biscuits, butter cookies. Here's our dark chocolates. Brand I never heard of. I'm assuming it's French. 47% though, so it shouldn't really be too bitter or dark, really. So that's fine. And then finally we have this Yum bag, which I guess has the other things in it. Let's see. You know the phrase, good things come in small packages, the Yum bag, blah, blah, blah. Inside you'll find only the most extraordinarily mysterious and incredibly delicious teeny Yums in the world. And remember, don't eat the bag. So were these things, I assume this was something that was on the thing. I'm going to open it. Let me rip it up real fast. Yes, they are. So what we have in here, if I can get a good shot of this, these are the caramels and the fruit chews. So you get them all in a bag because they must have come in a big package and then they just separated out in these bags. But that's fine. That's totally fine. That's legit. Let me look up a little bit more information so I can tell you the price and stuff, and then we're going to try some of these things. All right, so looking at their website, their price is actually $26 per box for this size of box, which is 10 to 12 items. They also have a bigger box, which has 18 to 20 snacks, and it's $41 per month for the box, and that's if you prepay for a year, I should mention. $29 if you go month to month, $26 if you prepay for a year for this size box. As of now, the French box is still available, and they also have a smaller box, Yum box, for $15 per month, which has 5 to 7 snacks and the booklets. Free shipping in the U.S. If you're in the U.S., it's free shipping. There is shipping prices. If you're outside of the U.S., you'd have to look those up on the website, universalyums.com. But like I said, I got this box for $1. I want to be straight up. Like I said, this is a Facebook offer. They targeted me. They said, here, try this for $1. So I did. I got the France box. But I'm going to try to review it as if I paid $25 for it and explore it. That's the idea of this Facebook video series. I'm hoping it might be evolving. I've got a couple of things coming. I don't know when I'll get them and all that. But I'm going to buy things on offer, and I'll tell you about the offer, and then I'll tell you what the real price is, and you'll have to, make your own value judgment. But we're going to try these garlic aioli chips, these balsamic vinegar and onion chips, these, of course, these apricot macaroons, the truffles, and the chocolate bar. I'm going to try all 5 of these. I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'll tell you what I think of the value of this box. But I will say off the bat, I am impressed by the booklet and the sticker and everything. Very nice packaging, and the free shipping is a good plus. And $26 is not too bad, assuming that you like some of these things, and hopefully I do. So let's give it a shot. Let's see what France tastes like. We're going to start with these aioli chips from Brett's. It's a small bag, but that's what you want. You want full samplers, but it is enough to have a couple people try. They smell very garlicky in a good way. I love a garlic flavor. Of course, it just looks like a chip. So nothing too surprising there. A lot of air, of course, but that's part of the shipping process. So we'll take it as it is, and we'll give it a shot. All right, I'm not in love with these chips necessarily, but I do think that they're good. They're solid. If you like garlic, you'll really like these, but these are super strong garlic, very strong. The aioliness of it, which means it's like mayo basically, the eggy fatness, it kind of throws it off a little bit. I wish there were more garlic and less aioli, to be honest, but I appreciate that these are a kind of chip I've never had before, so that's a plus. Novelty is really a big plus in these kind of things, and this one hopefully will also, fulfill that novelty factor, but it is onion and vinegar, so vinegar chips are very popular, obviously, in the U.S., so who knows? These could just be very similar to vinegar chips. Also, one quick thing, on the website, they actually have what was voted best in the box, and apparently from France, it was the Truffle Bar, followed by the butter cookies, and then these onion chips. So there's a fun thing. If you're ever looking at the website, you can see what people like. The people, I guess, vote on it and stuff like that. That's cool. Let's open these up and give them a try. I'm going to guess they look just like potato chips. Yes, they do. So no difference here. It's all down to taste. Okay, I think that the people were right to vote this one higher than the other one, because this one is super interesting. I really like this one. Again, it's not like my favorite, but I really think that this is a very interesting combination and not at all like vinegar chips like I was expecting. This thing it tastes like eating caramelized onions, kind of, and you get the balsamic vinegar. It's strong, but it's not overwhelming. It really tastes like roasted onions with like a sweet, vinegary aftertaste, which I enjoy. I think that these are awesome. These are great chips. Both of these chips are good. This one's a little better, but I think both are great things to try from another country because I've never had anything like them. So kudos to them. Now we're going to move on to the Truffle Bar, which was ranked #1. It's 4 separate truffles in here. French cacao truffles. Let's open it up and look at them. They seem like they're intact and not melted, as I said before. Here we go. I mean, not much to look at. It just looks like a little chocolate ball. Let's pop it in. Okay, I can see why these are ranked #1. They're really good, really decadent. Honestly, I think they might be a little too decadent for me. The amount of pure chocolate sugarness that just happened to me is maybe a little bit overwhelming, but I like it. It's very creamy. I was looking at the booklet. It said it's, chocolate ganache, basically. It tastes like you're eating a square of chocolate frosting, basically, from a cake. Good. Great, very super sweet, maybe too much for some people, including me. I've been trying to not eat too many sweets, but I have my own personal struggles, but this might be even a little too much for me. Not that it's going to stop me from eating all 4 of them, of course, but it is a little overwhelming. So maybe we'll remedy that with this 47% dark chocolate. Let's get a square out of here and see what 47% tastes like, which is very interesting to me because I'm used to seeing 70, 80, 90% chocolate over here. Just in straight up foil, simple, just like anywhere else in America. Foil wrapped chocolate bar. I'm gonna unwrap it and take a little square off. There we go. There's your pattern. It's some triangles. Whatever. Here we go. In our booklet here, the chocolate thing emphasizes the sea salt, which I think is the correct move because this chocolate, although like I said, I don't even know if I would classify it as dark chocolate because it doesn't have really much bitterness at all. It seems more like a milk chocolate to me, but they say it's dark chocolate. I don't know what the standards of practices are of chocolate, but it's not super dark. If you're into dark chocolate, you're probably not going to like this. If you're into milk chocolate, you probably will because it's closer to that to me. But what is the standout of this chocolate bar is, in fact, the sea salt. Now, they go into a whole process here about how it's a special sea salt that takes a lot of labor and stuff to make and mine or whatever. All I'll say is that there's big chunks of sea salt crystals in it, and they're fantastic. And then when you get some of those with the chocolate, when you bite into one of those sea salt crystals, because they're thick enough you notice when you bite into one, it's not like a sprinkle of salt. You'll notice when you get one of those, it really enhances the chocolate a lot. I do think it's good chocolate. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I liked it a lot. But if you're into dark chocolate, you probably might not like it a lot. But as a chocolate, it's still great. I love it. Interesting experiment, but I feel like I would have expected a darker chocolate from France, but maybe that's just my mind. Maybe people in France like not so bitter chocolate. That's just my ignorant opinion as an American, so who knows. Now we're going to try apricot and vanilla cookies. Now these ones, besides the chips, are probably the most exciting to me because I don't think I've had an apricot and vanilla cookie ever. Apricot's not a flavor you see too much around here. Vanilla, of course, you see a lot, but these seem very interesting to me, and I really want to know. And you got a guy on the front in a black and white picture, so you know it's going to be good. It all started in 1964 with our grandfather, Roger Bruyere, whose skill and passion for the craft of fine baking was passed down from his generation to the next. In our region of southwest of France, we've been described as a company with a tireless, passionate devotion to excellence in what we do, spoiling our fans with the most delicate cookies. So they're really selling it here. But of course, when you open this box, what do you get? Foil. That makes sense, though, to preserve it. It all makes sense. It all makes sense, guys. Let's open it up. I'm very curious to see what these actually look like. And these are not at all what I expected. Very interesting. Here's what they look like. They're very, very small. A lot smaller than I would have expected from the box. But again, you know, it doesn't say it's representative of the size. But the really interesting thing about these cookies is this. I don't know if that picks up. There's a hole in this cookie. You can see through it. They're very thin. They're not solid cookies. They're airy cookies. There's holes in them to kind of let the, make them kind of like wafery. I'm not sure. We'll see when I taste it what the texture is, but not really what I expected. Not a solid cookie. Very interesting. Let's take one and give it a shot. I gotta say, these cookies were not at all like what I expected them to taste like. They're very crunchy, but not really, I mean, even though they're airy, they're not soft. They're very hard, crunchy. The apricot flavor is not too strong, and neither is the vanilla flavor. Honestly, you taste more of the cookie, which is weird, because there's not a lot of cookie, and there is a lot of, like, frosting, as you saw. But what really overwhelms me is the fact that they're not that, they're sweet, but they also have a hint of, like, wheat. So I was looking at the ingredients, and it's sugar and then wheat flour. They taste very wheat floury, if that makes sense. You definitely get a lot of wheat taste, like you're eating wheat bread. They're not at all what I expected. I wouldn't say that they're great. I would say that they're an interesting experiment, but not for me personally, something I would enjoy. Not sure I'll eat them all, but they're okay. They're fine. They're food. Some people probably really enjoy them. It's just not for me. There's something weird about them. But in fact, I like that though. What I like about that is that they are different. There's a novelty there. I enjoyed these in the sense that there's something I've never tried. I've never had a cookie like this. Even if I didn't like the taste and the texture really very much, I enjoyed the fact that it was new, which is what you really want when you're getting a subscription box like this. So now we got to get into the final thoughts section of this video and see what I have to say about Universal Yums. After trying all these things, I think that this is something that might be worth trying. You might want to wait for a deal though. As I said, I got this for $1, so obviously for $1 I would recommend this to anybody. if that dollar deal comes back and you see that on Facebook or something, or you see it somewhere else, definitely pick it up. There's no reason not to for $1. You're getting a lot of food for $1. There's some great stuff in here, even if there's some things you don't like. Now for $25 or $26, that's a different story, but I do think that it might be worth trying even at the $26 mark. I would be interested to see what the other month's boxes are. I think that this might be something I might pick up a subscription for. It's very possible that in the future I might pick up some more of these boxes because I do like the novelty experience of it, and I like that they go to a different country every month. That's very interesting to me instead of sticking with one country. So you're always getting something new. I think that that's a great idea, and $26 with free shipping is really not that expensive for these kind of boxes. Often they go for a lot more. If you've been with the channel for a while, you know I did Tokyo Treat for a long time. Those were like $40+ a box. You got a little bit more in the Tokyo Treat box, but not enough to justify the price increase in my experience. I think that this is actually a good deal in comparison to that. And I think that it's an interesting idea, and I like that they go to a different country every month. And I think that Facebook, their advertising might have succeeded a little bit in this case, because it is in the top of my head to subscribe. I'm not going to subscribe immediately. I'm going to wait a while. Maybe I'll just keep checking on it and see if if a box pops up and I say, oh, I want to try a box from that country. You can, get that for a month and then stop it. That's a way to go because you're only saving $3 with the year subscription. So it might be worth just picking up if you see them, they have a box from wherever you want to get food from. Pick up that month's box, try it, and then skip it until you find something new. So that's Universal Yums. I think it's an okay deal. If you can get it for $1, as I said, definitely do that. But even at $26, I think that it's an interesting concept. And I like that they explore different countries, and I think that their packaging is nice and that their shipping was pretty fast. So Universal Yums, Facebook, I think you succeeded on this advertisement, and we'll see what Facebook recommends me next. See you next time.